Hey, what's going on, guys? Zed Games here, back with another video. Today I am doing a RuneScape Memories Part 2, but also combined with a bunch of amazing old RuneScape photos, as you can see flashing up in the background. So hopefully that brings you some nostalgia on its own. But I'm going to also be sharing some memories I have from RuneScape. I did it before and enjoyed it, and I think you guys did too. So, just to start, as you can see in a lot of these photos, there are some rare items, and nothing gives me like that great RuneScape nostalgia, like looking at, party hats and Halloweens and Santas like in the past. So, my first, one RuneScape memory that I'm going to share, at least it's not as old of a memory. This probably happened around 2011, but 2010, something like that. But there was still only, the one version of RuneScape as we knew it. There was no OSRS yet, and party hats and Halloween masks were extremely rare. And I saw, the guards in Falador screaming, "Oh, there's gonna be a big drop party! There's gonna be a big drop party!" And I went to, the drop party, and I'm clicking on balloons, and of course, I've been a million times, never got anything good, and pop a balloon, and there on the floor below me is sitting a red Halloween mask. I was absolutely flipping out. Now, let me put things into perspective for you. At the time, a red Halloween mask, the rare item, was going for around 18 mil in the Grand Exchange. So it wasn't nowhere near like what it was today, right? It's still very achievable. People thought like party hats were still selling in the Grand Exchange. They weren't maxed out or anything like that. So, I was beyond ecstatic, and I literally remember waking up for like the next couple days just excited about having that red Halloween mask. And eventually, a little while down the line, I ended up selling it. So I remember I sold it for like 19, 20 mil, something like that. And I took that money, and believe it or not, it was actually a good investment because I took that money, I started flipping, and which I do plan to do a video about on the future. But I turned that 20 mil into something like 60 mil, which I was able to buy two Santa hats. And at the time, lending was a thing. So I had two Santa hats, and I was lending one out. You could like lend an item for money, and people would just rent Santa hats for like a mil an hour. Is bizarre. Like, who knows? Anyway, so yeah, it was awesome. And then unfortunately, I eventually ended up selling my Santas, and I flipped into way more money, but I stopped playing the game. So obviously, had I kept the Santas, it would have been the smart thing to do. But now I'm gonna take it way back to like the old school classic RS, like the photos flashing before us. My one of my first memories of the game, and that really gave me a love for the game, was actually playing the Black Knight's Fortress quest. Now, if you've probably played the quest, whatever. It's cool. There's a cutscene. You sneak into the castle. You sabotage the potion, the cauldron, whatever, and it's lots of fun. And I just remember playing that, being like so nervous about dropping the thing, and like, these Black Knights, are they going to attack me and all this stuff. And it was incredible. And I was like, this is peak gameplay. So that was like one of my first memories from being a kid. But the funnier memory, which, well, it's actually a sad memory, is that just after finishing that quest, and I came outside of Black Knight's Fortress, or I don't know if I was finished in the middle of it, whatever, just after dropping the cabbage in the cauldron, I come outside of Black Knight's Fortress, and there's a guy out there saying, "Oh, I'll trim your mithril armor for you." And I remember I traded him my mithril kite shield, and yeah, needless to say, there was no trimming happened. I was absolutely devastated. I thought, I'm going right back to training. Went to Hill Giants, found a guy, told him my story, and his buddy came along and gave me a full set of mithril armor. And all I had was a mithril kite shield and like an iron skin. Mithril kite shield was the only thing I had of mithril. This was like back in the days when no one played efficiently. Like, you didn't really Google things; you figured things out on your own. I remember like reading through. There was no wiki hows this place called Sal's Realm of RuneScape. I remember reading through Sal's Realm of RuneScape, figuring out how to use a sextant to solve clues, and a hard clue would take like 2 or 3 hours, and you might drop it. I mean, times were different, and it was fun. Anyways, just on a little bit of a ramble today, I wanted to get a video out this week. Next week, what's coming up is Revenant Caves Guide for Noobs. And yeah, I'm just trying to put out a video every week. So if you enjoy these kind of flashbacks, RuneScape memories, I have so many. I'm going to keep them coming. By the way, the photos that you saw in the video today are not mine. They were sent to me, but I hope you enjoyed them. If you have photos you want me to, share in my next memories, please, shoot me an email or leave a comment. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy this kind of thing, please let me know. Leave a like, subscribe. Have a great weekend.